Well, hello everybody. Got a really fun project I'm working on today. I was going to bring you guys along. If you guys have been watching the channel, I've been doing a lot of stuff with 22s lately. I'm not really sure why. I'm not a huge 22 guy, but I've just kind of had some fun projects with 22s lately. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do some ballistic gel testing on what I'm going to call premium 22 ammo. My brother is a diehard houndsman, has been most of his life. Those houndsmen, they live and breathe by 22s, carrying 22 rifles, 22 pistols with them all the time. And so my brother is always kind of on the quest for the best 22 shell. Well, he has lived and died by 22 Stingers for years and years. Him and I had this conversation recently, probably been 6 months ago, that 22 Stingers are not what they used to be, and I believe he's right. I did a little bit of a custom build on a 1022 a year or two ago, and put a custom barrel on it and nice scope and such. And I found I had an old stash of 22 Stingers. They're probably 30 years old, 25 years old anyway. I did all my load development with those, had great results, and then I bought some brand new Stingers, and they performed okay. Accuracy wasn't as good. I could tell that they was different. So that's been an interesting thing for me. So we're gonna test the Stingers, and of course the 22 mini mags. I've been shooting a lot of mini mags lately. Hopefully you guys seen some of my videos with the 22 auto handguns, the Walther PPK, the Ruger SR22, some of those. The CCI mini mags have been kind of the go-to for those small 22 autos. When I worked in Wyoming, it's been 15 years ago, a guy I worked with, he just swore by CCI mini mags. He did a lot of prairie dogs and varmint control, and he just says that is the best 22 shell there is. I'm beginning to believe him. So anyway, this guy, there's two different variations of the mini mag. One they label target, one they label varmint. So of course we got the varmint. To me, that's going to lead me to believe that the projectile is going to react. It's going to fragment, it's going to mushroom, it's going to do something. We'll find out today. So when you guys have been watching some of the other videos, I've been shooting these Winchester Super X power points. This is a 40 grain hollow point. Some of the 22 auto handguns don't like them, but my Savage semi-auto rifle really likes these. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm hoping that these guys are gonna do something. So one of my stories about 22 is when I built that Ruger 1022 and was shooting Stingers in it. I had some prairie dogs out here in my hayfield, so I grabbed that 22. I don't have close neighbors. Of course, I do a lot of shooting here on my place, but still, I'm not going to go shoot center-fired rifles out in my hayfield. There's just enough traffic and such around. I'm just not going to do that. So I grabbed this 22, went out there. Of course, 75 yards, 50 yards, whatever, shot at this prairie dog. Of course, I had to go up there and take a stick and poke around with him, but it entered and exited just like the bullet did nothing. And he was a big old chubby prairie dog, and that would tell me that that bullet didn't expand, it didn't fragment, it didn't do anything. Boy, I was so frustrated with that. I'd spent a year working on that 22 project, and then to shoot a prairie dog and have him, if it wasn't a great shot, he probably would have just got wounded and wouldn't have been a clean kill. So shortly after that, I went to 17 HMR, and that's pretty much been my go-to for any varmint control. But I'm interested in this 22 thing. Like I say, I've kind of got a revived interest in it for some reason. So we're going to do this little test today. Got the ballistic gel block set up. We're going to shoot one of the 22 Stingers, then the mini mags, and then the Winchester power points. So I didn't bring the chronograph with me today. I'll tell you what these are advertised, but I'm shooting the old Remington 514. This is the longest barrel 22 I have. So my thought process is anything else with a shorter barrel will probably have a little bit less velocity. So this is as good as these 22 ammo are going to perform with this longer barrel. And it's good reason to drag out the old Remington anyway. So okay, so the first thing we're going to shoot is the Stingers. 32 grain hollow point, advertised velocity is 1640. We're probably going to get as good a velocity as we're ever going to get out of this longer barreled gun. So we'll go ahead and take one shot with it, and then we'll go to the mini mags. All right, guys, so the first shot is going to be with the CCI Stinger in the top of the block. The next shot will be with the mini mag and more of the center of the block. Here we go. All right, guys, so this shot here is going to be the CCI Mini Mag. Okay, the last shot we're going to take into the block is the Winchester Super X 40 grain Power Point is what they're calling it, and it's a 40 grain hollow point. All right, let's go see what we can find. All right, guys, got some interesting things going on here. So right here is the top one, CCI Stinger. And we're gonna dig that puppy out. I think it's about right there. I am shocked about the penetration. It's a 16-inch block. So that CCI Stinger penetrated almost 15 inches. Hopefully we can find the bullet on that one. So the next one, here's the entry hole, about the center of the block, and it turned to come out. So right there, that is the mini mag, and it exited. I can see where it come out. So we're not going to find that bullet without shooting another one. And then the very bottom one is that 40 grainer. It also exited right there. All right, flip the block over on its back. And so this bottom one is the 40 grain. And I thought it exited, but it looks like there's a bullet right there. So I don't know what the heck to think. I am pretty sure that is a bullet right there. So it makes me wonder if a fragment or something didn't exit over here. That's almost what it looks like. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot one more CCI mini mag in the center of the block and see if we can get it to stop, because I'm sure that mini mag exited. And then we're gonna start cutting the block apart and see what we can find, because it looks like on that 40 grain power point that maybe just a fragment exited the block on that left side. So I'm not sure what the heck to think. So we're gonna shoot one more of the CCI mini mag. We're gonna put it right in the middle of the block, just next to that middle hole. Hopefully we can get them out and see what we can see. All right, hopefully that bullet stopped. We can have a look at it. Okay, I think that is the CCI mini mag that we just shot. We'll get the old pick sticker out and see if we can start cutting this block off. All right, well, I'm gonna apologize in advance. I'm here by myself, and so it's kind of hard to hold the camera while I'm dissecting this block, but I'll do the best I can to kind of give you guys a little bit of a view. We're gonna go after the Stinger first. I think it's gonna be really easy to find. Got my favorite little knife here. Well, that was easy enough. So the bullet did actually mushroom a little bit. It looks like it might have shredded its jacket. Maybe we'll do a little bit more investigation. Hopefully you guys can see that, but it kind of mushroomed out, deformed a little bit. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so next one we're gonna go after is that CCI. And I think that guy is right in here somewhere. We'll see if we can find him. I'm gonna grab the camera so you guys can see a little better. So there's a little fragment of lead right there, but when I start cutting into this, man, there's all kinds of wound channel stuff in there. So I'm really gonna be curious where that ends up. Hopefully you guys can see that. That is what's left of the Seaside Mini Mag, which I am gonna say, that's what I would like the bullet to do, is to fragment. I mean, it still penetrated, you know, 13, 14 inches. Looks like there's another piece of it. Yeah, so we're about probably 12 to 13 inches. I'm gonna keep digging around in there and see if I can find any more of that bullet. Here's another small fragmented piece. I don't know. I kind of like the way that's working. So now let's see if we can find that Winchester PowerPoint. I think that we decided that there's a bullet over on this side that well, I'm not sure where it's at. Oh, there it was. Hopefully you guys can see that on the bottom. So this is the PowerPoint. It penetrated, yeah, not quite 12 inches. Let's see what the bullet looks like. Without a doubt, this is the best performing bullet we got. Hopefully you guys can see that. I didn't bring the dang calipers, I forgot to do that. But that is probably doubled in size, and it's a perfect mushroom. It shredded the jacket, which is okay, but that guy, there's some weight to that. Without a doubt, that one's the best performer. Let's see if there's any other. Oh. There was the fragment, or excuse me, the jacket right next to it. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Here's another small fragment that was right there by it. All right, guys, well, very interesting. Without a doubt, in this particular test, Winchester PowerPoint was the best performer. Leave some comments, tell me what you guys think. I'm gonna say by big game bullet standards, the Winchester PowerPoint by far outperformed anything else. If you're shooting small game with that CCI Mini Mag and it fragments, I would say that's probably good too. So in all reality, maybe the CCI Stinger performed the worst of the three. Leave some comments, I'd be curious. My brother shoots a lot of raccoons, does a lot of that hunting. I would say this bullet on a raccoon, something a little heavier skinned than say pot guts or even prairie dogs, might be the best performer. I mean, that guy, this Winchester PowerPoint definitely retained the most weight, penetrated plenty far, you know, 11, 12 inches, something like that. And mushroomed out like that, I'd say that is a great performing rimfire bullet. The CCI Mini Mag with the fragmentation, if you're going after small squirrels, things like that, I would say that would be a great performer also. So this was a fun test for me. I got a dang bug that's trying to get me, but yeah, this was fun. I was been really curious to see how this performs, or how these 22 shells perform. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this video up. Want to tell everybody thanks for subscribing if you have, and if you haven't, please do so. Have a good day.